quite common between other friendships or family that people get quite stuck in their thinking and can get quite overwhelmed. And some of the typical responses you've probably heard, I imagine, is along the lines of, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to react, things of this nature. And that is quite challenging, I think, because that person is quite rigid in their thinking, they're quite focused, they're kind of in that one track of I don't know, and it's difficult to break, and that's some of their frustration. They're finding it difficult to find some creative solutions. And if you're one of those people, or you've got a friend like that, one of the ways that we can try and create some flexibility, some movement in that thinking, so it oscillates, it jostles around, and they begin to try and get out of that single track into some various roads, is a little technique I'm going to give you. It's something that I find very useful at its simplistic level when you're finding yourself a little bit overwhelmed or unsure what to do. But when it gets to the point of where someone's in a lot of anxiety and crisis and repeating that they don't know, this is a way to create some movement, to create some difference. So all it is that you're going to imagine something for me. You're going to form a picture, and we're going to use that picture to see what responses we get. And all it is this. If we're going to say that it's you who has this overwhelming anxiety or worry, and you feel that the only answer you've got is I don't know, and you feel kind of churned into that, it's locked in for you as a belief, which is fine, and we accept that. Sometimes we get that way. Bring into your awareness a character that can come from movies, from a book, a family member, a friend, that you feel could cope with the situation, who would have the right language, the right response, the one that would be able to kind of, as it were, step in front and deal with this issue in a way you don't feel you can, because you don't know, but you know that there's someone who can do it for you. I mean, you just notice that character coming towards you. Say it come from movies or from books or someone you know, or it can be a collection of those things. You can bring in those parts. Maybe there's part of one friend and part from a character from a movie, and you're creating this person out of it that has these components that you wish you had, but you know that you don't have them, but you wish you did. As you begin to assemble this character, begin to notice how they stand and how they're looking, their breathing, some of their posture. Just imagine them moving a little bit. Imagine them moving in a way that would be the kind of the way you would like to respond to this challenge, and have them creating that. And as you create this person, again, give them some words to say. Give them the words that you would hope that you could say yourself, but you don't know those words, because remember, you don't know, but this character you created does know these words that are the ones that you want to say that are true to you if you only knew them, but you don't. So it's with the character. And I'd like you to notice what the character's telling you, what it's saying. Now this character can be right next to you, it could be on your shoulder, it could be way small, it could be really big. You can make up the size, there's no rules for this. So the character is there talking to you and giving you the information or the sentences that you would like, the script, if you like. But not only that, it's about how they're standing, how they're responding to it, how they're moving. All these things they kind of have wrapped inside them, all that confidence of saying what they want to say, feeling how they want to feel, and being assertive over that. And you're going to have it inside that character. When you've got that character in mind, I want you to step into that character. Remember, it's not you, it's another person, another character you put together, but I want to step into it. Imagine that you're here, but you've also, at the same time, stepping into this character and how they would be. I want you to begin to move in this moment, if you're sat down in a chair, or if you're watching this at home, how that character would sit. Move your posture, change your breathing, and just begin to notice how you feel as you bring this character into you. And as they begin to start saying those words that you've heard, and you begin to feel those words as they're now your own. And whatever comes from this situation, as this character becomes part of you and you become part of it, and you begin to assimilate the breathing and the posture and the language, Just notice if you feel any more you don't know what to do, or notice in fact you may have some solutions that you hadn't really thought of, a few that maybe you really did know but had forgotten that you knew. And with this character, through this lens, as you are breathing inside this character, look at your situation you're challenged by, find another way of looking at it, and take that information and then take the next steps to action it, using that character as your information. This is a great technique in breaking up that I don't know, because we are taking ourselves, who we don't know an answer, out and finding another person to create the answer. The thing I hope you're aware of by this point, and the way I've explained this, is that it's not actually another person, it's not actually another character, it's all generated from you. This is all from your own experience, how you put this together. You gave the words to the character, you gave the actions to the character, you determined what they were going to do. So it's not you didn't know, it was that you'd forgotten you knew these things. And by creating this extra entity, we're able to draw away from that rigid, locked thinking to some creative, some flexible ways of going about it. And from that, then we can create some change. From that, we can start moving forward to get the actions done. It's a useful technique in just creating that flexibility, and I implore you to try it, because when we get in those stuck states, they can just feel so debilitating and so all-consuming. And this is a lovely way of breaking that. So I hope you can either use it for yourself or use it for a friend or a family member and just try it out. I know I've used it with my kids to some good effect, because it's helped them look at a situation from a different angle, pull in some resources, some creative thinking they had not remembered they had access to. So give it a go and leave me a comment and let me know how you get along with it.